trainer Freddie Roach in New York City. Yeah, you are. Come on. Teen heartthrob to teens in the Philippines and the world over. Here in New York City, Zhao Shiming, first time fighting in New York. Tell us about Zhao Shiming in New York City. Have you visited the Statue of Liberty? Any of the other sites in and around here? You and Shiming in the NYC.
We haven't been to the Statue of Liberty. We haven't gone to. He did go to the embassy though, and he had a lot of fun there. But
you can have fun at the embassy.
It's very interesting, I think, for them to see how American sees their country and so forth.
Right.
So, I think it'd be fun.
And how much has he progressed? Tell us about his foe Saturday night, Madison Square Garden Theater.
Well, he's fighting a guy from Hungary, very tough guy, comes forward, a little awkward, and Shiming's a very good counterpuncher, so he should fall right into our traps, and he's well prepared for this fight, and he's learning. I'm teaching him how to sit down and punch harder, because he does have good power. And on the mitts, if you watch this on the mitts every day when we're doing that, I mean, you can see the pop and the power that he does have, but he just doesn't have the confidence to use that and sit down in the ring, because he's used to being from the old amateur style with the point system to get a lead.
Pop, pity pat.
Get a lead and protect it.
Right.
So, and for him to protect it, I mean, he would just move, and that's how he was so successful as an amateur. But again, that style doesn't work quite as well in the pros, and but he's a good fighter, and I asked him, Bob, I said, we would like another world title shot after this fight, and he said, "You sure you're ready?" I said, "Of course, I'm sure we're ready." So I would like to get for a world title fight. I know we lost our first bid for the world title, and he's come a long way since then, and I think he's ready again.
Bob said about probably 30 million people or so are going to be watching him back in China. Something's hanging over all of our head, though. It's been almost a week now. Muhammad Ali is gone. Your reaction when you heard the sad news?
It was, it's difficult because we did have one great meeting in my lifetime. And we came to my boxing gym, and he asked me if he could work out.
When was that, Fred?
12, 13 years ago. Yeah. And his Parkinson's was, his tremors were pretty bad and so forth, and he couldn't. I said he couldn't, I asked for an autograph. It wasn't legible and stuff like this, but he could speak, and he spoke for about 4 hours, and when he started hitting the heavy bag, though, his tremors went away, and his combinations were fluid, and it was really nice to watch him on the heavy bag. And then when he stopped the heavy bag, his tremors came right back. It was really, really funny, because when I get in the ring and I catch mitts and so forth, my tremors always go away, and then afterwards they used to come back. But now I've pretty much got my tremors. I've got them under control pretty much with the new medications that and I don't shake as much as I used to, and that's good. But the thing is, this is just sad news, because I know Parkinson's is more difficult to deal with as you get older and so forth, and that's what I'm finding that as each year goes by, it gets a little more difficult, a little more problems, and
you're a role model to a lot of people.
Yeah,
you know that.
Yes, and the thing is, I think that that's why I get up every morning and go to work.
Right.
And the thing is, sometimes I don't want to get out of bed, and that's the toughest part of the day, is getting up and just not wanting to stay there. And I get up and go to the gym at 7 a.m. and open the doors, and I go home at 8 o'clock, and I work every day, and I do a lot of mitts and hand-eye coordination drills that I think really prevented the disease from taking over.
Right.
Because rigidity is the biggest thing in Parkinson's. It makes you a lot more rigid and so forth. But I'm really fluent because I catch punches every day, and I mean I can catch Manny Pacquiao because he's one of the fastest guys out there.
Right.
And that's like when I used to work with Tyson. I mean, Tyson didn't think I was big enough to catch him at one time, and he says I'm gonna have one of the bigger guys catch me.
Right.
I says, you sit down and let me do my job.
Right.
And I remember when I did Mitzvah Mike one day, and his sister was there, our so-called sister.
Yeah.
She said, "Who's that, Bruce Lee?" So it was good. It was quite a compliment. And the thing is that do I have this to look forward to in my life? Possibly.
Right.
But I think that they are going to have I think they're gonna in my lifetime. I think we will have a cure for it, but maybe not. But we'll see. So as I get older, though, it's harder to deal with, and like Ali used to say to me, as I get older, it's much harder to deal with, and the medications aren't always the best. L-dope is a tough medication. I mean, it does make you sick. A lot of times, you say, I'd rather just not take it. Sometimes,
right?
So the medicine sometimes is just skip it. So my doctor actually, so I take mine on time every day, 4 times a day. He bought me this machine.
Yeah.
It's an alarm clock.
Reminder.
It goes up 4 times a day.
Right.
Yeah, but my doctor, he says, because if you take your medications on time every day, they'll work much better, and it's really true.
Right.
I mean, because my tremors are probably less now than they've been ever.
So optimism and looking on the bright side is very important.
It's very important.
Right.
And the thing is, you can't quit.
Right.
I mean, that's if you give up, it'll take over. I mean,
right.
It'll take over your whole body. I mean, you won't even be able to move.
Right.
Because rigidity is the main thing that happens. It'll never happen to me though, because I'm going to work every day of my life. And if people ask me when I'm going to retire,
right.
And I says, why would I retire? When people retire, they die.
Right.
I mean, let's face it, we got to work all the time. Our body's used to it. This is what I do, and I'll do it till the end.
Right. Last question, because Bob Arum is barking at us, wondering when your man Miguel Cotto is going to fight again. Who is he going to fight?
We're looking for an opponent, and we're very close to getting a fight. And I told him not to tell me any.
Liam Smith?
I told him not to tell me any maybe possibilities and so forth, because I have too big a mouth, and I tell.
Gabby yells at you, right? I like it, but Gabby doesn't. Maybe.
Well, Bob yells at me more.
Bob yells at you.
Tells
okay.
me shut the fuck up.
Maybe September, though. We think.
I hope so.
In Brooklyn.
That'd be great.
That'd be great. Anything else you want to add, Freddie Roach?
I have a big fight coming up with Postal, and I'm really Postal's one of my best prospects, of course, and he's in a very, very tough fight.
Prediction for that fight, please.
Postal. Don't lose your money. Bet Postal, promise you.
Thank you, Freddie.